In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God, Amen. Dear friends, today we'll present to you the third part of the lecture number 17, where we discuss the combination O epsilon. And as I told you in the first part, O epsilon is very vital in many expressions. In the first part, we presented to you the word OWAB, then the word OWO, which connect verb with verb. And second part, we give you some examples of how O epsilon can give you different expressions. Today we'll finish the third part, where we'll give you some other uses for the O epsilon. Before we start our lecture, I'll present to you the Coptic language alphabet, as we usually do every time. As I told you before, the Coptic alphabet is formed of 32 letters, as you see. 32. 8 of them, the number 6 and the last 7, are coming from the Demotic hieroglyphic language. And I told you before that Demotic, from demos means people. Like when we say democrat, means ruling of people. So demos means people, and toikos means way. So the way all the Egyptian people were talking, that's different from the way the priests in Egypt were talking, and the way they were carving the hieroglyphic language in the old Egyptian temples. And that one is called hieratic. From here means priest. The rest, which are 24 letters, as you see, are coming from the old Greek alphabet. We'll start now with alpha, beta, gamma, delta, A, so O, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lola, may, nay, xi, O, P, rho, sigma, taf, epsilon, phi, k, epsi, O, shai, phi, chi, hori, janja, etshima, t. As you see here, the combination O epsilon forms a very important part of a lot of expressions in the Coptic language and a lot of grammar. We started in the second part some of the grammar issues and expression issues. We got three examples, and today I'll present to you example number 4. Here, as you see, number 4, if it comes after chen, chai, e, nei is one of the prepositions, and it means in or with. If it comes after chen and it connects that article chen to the noun we are trying to describe. For example, here, chen o miss me, may e theta, may eta iota. Miss me means truth. Chen o miss me with truth. And this is an important statement the deacon says before we start reading the creed in the liturgy. After the sermon and after reading the Bible and other epistles, the deacon raises the cross from inside the altar and says, listen with wisdom to what we are trying to say now in truth. in truth. Chen omismi. Then the people outside, or the deacons outside, will start saying the creed. We believe in one God, God the Father, the Pantocrator, etc. Another word here, the word sotein. Sima, long O, short O, epsilon, taf, A, nay, sotein, means straight. Sotein means straight. Chen O sotein means with straightness. With straightness. Third example, the word met-ogi. O janjayota means a person who is unfair. Unfair person. Ogi. I taught you in the first part of lecture number 14 about some prefixes. One of them was met. May, a, taf, met. And I told you that met as a prefix changes or transforms any adjective into a noun. For example, sini means doctor, physician. When I put met before the word sini, it becomes medsini, which means medicine. Here, ogi means unfair person. Met-ogi means unfairness. Chen o met-ogi means with unfairness. With unfairness. O epsilon also can work as an interrogation article, interrogation, for questioning. It means what or who. For example, here, when I say O epsilon, O hara pe pi saji. And when I put here C, means it is a Coptic sentence. O hara means unclear or not definite. Pe is the article of definition for the masculine singular. So that means the article after is masculine. Pi, pe, alpha, iota, that's an article of demonstration. Demonstration. It means this or that. Pi. If the word after becomes feminine, then I say tie with the T, Tom, instead of the P, Paul. If it is plural, then I will say nai, nay, which like Nancy, instead of the P. So here, pi, saji, sima, alpha, janja, iota. Saji means talk or words or some discussion, etc. O hara pe paisaji, what is this talk about? The word hara, we use it in our Egyptian Arabic dialect, and we say hara. Hara when someone is talking unclear, when someone is talking unclear sentence. So let me say it again. O hara pe paisaji means, what is this talk about? Next question, O pe pai. That's in the Saidi dialect, which is a South Egyptian hieroglyphic dialect. O means who here in this question. Pe, the definition article for masculine singular, right? Pi, this, that's a demonstrative article, this, for masculine singular again. O pe pi, who is this? If we want to express the same question in the Norse dialect, which we call Boheri, with a symbol B here, Beh in Arabic here, we say it little different. We say Nim, Nei, Yota, Mei. Nim means who. Pe, again, the definition article, and Phi. Phi, Alpha, Iota, demonstrative article. And here I want to talk to you about demonstrative articles. The usual demonstrative articles start with the usual three letters, famous three letters, P, Paul, or T, Tom, or Ni, Nancy. P, Paul for masculine, singular. T, Tom is for feminine, singular. Nei, Nancy is for plural, both masculine and singular. Masculine, and feminine. So when I say pi, that's for masculine, singular. Tai with that T, like Tom, feminine, singular. If the article after is, I mean. And Nai, Nei, Nancy, or Alpha, Iota, Nai, for plural, both masculine and feminine. Okay? If the described article starts with one of the 7 aspirated letters. The 7 aspirated letters I told you about in many lectures before, but I remind you, I made a mnemonic so you can remember them. That mnemonic is Vernlom. 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 You'll see it in one of the future slides. Vita, Iota, Rho, Nei, Lola, O, Mei. If that comes in the beginning of the described article, then we replace the P with Fei. It will be Fei. And replace the Taf, T, Tom, with theta, which is like a circle with a cross line, a horizontal line in the middle. And the Nei stays the same for both. Third question, Ensok o Ensok. Nei, theta, o, kappa. Enso, I described to you in the second part of lecture 17, and I told you that it is like a verb to be, but it is more specific, since we can connect it to the pronoun here and make it more specific for description of who is the person we are talking about. So I'll go backward and show you how Enso is connected to personal pronouns. Here, in this slide here, Ensoi means connected to me. Ensok, connected to you as a second person, masculine, singular. Enso, without a pronoun here, means connected to a feminine, second person, singular. Ensof for him. Ensos for her. Enson for us. Ensotain for you, whether males or females, plural. Enso them for males and females, plural. And here I got your attention last lecture about 2 changes here. Number 1, I noticed in the grammar books, the Coptic grammar books and the Coptic dictionaries, they don't mention ensoi or enson. Looks like our fathers, the Copts, didn't like us to talk about ourselves as a one person or as a group. Second remark, I noticed that the O is changed or replaced with double O, the W, double O, W here and here in two conditions. When we connect entho to the second plural group, whether males or females, or the third plural group, males or females. So when we say you for as a group of males or females, we say enthutain, and them or the as males and females we say enthou. So now, after I discussed to you the connection of entho to the personal pronouns, I'll get to the question again. Ensok or ensok, that's an expression which means who are you? If I want to say who is him, I would say ensof or ensof. Who is her? Ensos with sima. Who ensos or ensos? Who are we? Enson or enson, and so on. Who are you as a group? Ensotain or ensotain, etc. Next question, again, it means what or who. Here, I'll start the question, I will read the question and then discuss it word by word. Eschai means right, an order verb in the order form. Now, the order form in Coptic language takes many shapes or many different expressions. Either I use the nerve by itself. Either I use the verb by itself, the verb. So here is chai, sima with the jinkim, chai, alpha, iota, es chai, means right. Or in some other verbs, I put alpha with a jinkim. Alpha, letter alpha like this, but I put a jinkim on. If I put jinkim on before with alpha before the verb, it makes the verb in the order form. There are other ways which will be discussed in the future. If the alpha comes before the verb but without jinkim, it puts the verb in the past simple tense, as I explained to you before. In letter alpha, which is lecture number 3. Here, Eschai doesn't need the alpha with the jinkim. We just say the verb itself. Eschai means right. Ep or P is the definition article for masculine singular. So P with the jinkim or P iota, same. Gok, janja, long O, kabba means end. Now, if I take off the kabba and put may, okay, it makes that word meaning book. If I replace also the long O with a short O, it becomes the word gom. So gok with the long O, gom with the long O means book. Gok, gom with the short O means power. Let me say it again. Gom with the long O and may at the end means book. Gom, janja, short O, may means power. Why I say that, I repeat it again, because we took in the lecture about the letter theta, lecture number 11, I told you, Sok Tati Gom means to you the power, or thine is the power, for that hymn we say in the Holy Week. And we talk to Jesus Christ saying to him, thine is the power. If we say Sok Tati Gom, then thine is the book, which is a totally different expression. So be careful about it. Eschai eb gok, right, the end. Nai, here nai has a different meaning. I told you before that nei alpha iota is a verb that means mercy or give mercy. And it can be a noun which means mercy, again. And it can be singular or plural, meaning mercy or mercies. But here nai is different. Nei alpha is the article of future, or it can be an article of demonstration. Iota is a personal pronoun for the speaker, for the person who is talking, the first person. If in grammar we say first person is the speaker person. So nei alpha iota means to me. Whether it is prepared now or in the future, it is prepared for me. So write the end of that story or book for me. J, Janja A, is an expression that we usually use after we ask about something specific. For example, if I say, let us pray, and then I'd say, our Father. In Coptic, I have to say J whatever. It is like a kind of saying it is, verb to be. We don't say it in English the same way or in Arabic, but in Coptic we have to say that J, what is, or verb to be. O, epsilon here is the questioning mark or interrogation mark or article, which means what or who. P, that's verb to be for masculine singular. What is it? So the question would be, write what the end would be. You see? Right is Eschai. The end is Ebgok. Here he didn't say for me, which is Nai. J is the word would. O, epsilon is the word what. And P is the word be. See? It's not in the same order as you see, as you notice. Let's say it again. Eschai, right. Ebgok, the end. Nai is not mentioned here for me. J, would. O, what. P, be. Next question. O, P, tak, aif. We get fooled by trying to read it as English and say takif. If we don't know how to read, we'll say takif. No, it's tak, and then stop here, aif. Aif. So let me tell you the word by word. What P tak aif, O, epsilon, what? P is, verb to be, for masculine singular. Ta of alpha is for possession, adjective, for female. Kabba is the second person singular masculine. Aif, alpha iota, is a complete verb. that means did or do, verb to do with David, like David, do. Phi is third person masculine singular personal pronoun. So the meaning of the question is, what did you do? What did you do? Okay? Here, if I say it in colors here, oh, what? Pay is ta for possession, kabba you, what action you as a person did. Alpha iota in blue is a complete verb that means verb to do, like in David. Phi is him or it, and it refers to the action you did. So the exact translation should be like this: what is what you did? Something like this. So O epsilon is what? Is pay is not here in a question. They say did. It's not proper translation, but that's how we express it in English. Tak, the action you did. Alpha iota, the verb do. Phi for the action itself, refers to the action itself. So actually the Coptic expression is more clear and more detailed than the English, despite the fact it has less words. And you notice here in that third word here, tak'aif, which I printed in different colors. Ta is a demonstrative article for females. That means the article we are talking about may be female. Kabba is the second personal pronoun for singular masculine. Alpha iota is the verb, do. Phi is the third person masculine singular personal pronoun. You see, in one word you have four components. Third word, ogar te ta gom. O epsilon, what? Gar, the reason. Reason. Te, taf a, verb to be for feminine singular. Ta, taf, alpha, demonstrative. And it can be a possessive article. Here it is possessive article for female, feminine, singular, which means that the word gom, janja o may, means power, and means that the word gom is feminine. So O epsilon what? Te is. Gar, reason for. It's not mentioned here. Ta gom, your power. The translation is not exact. Ta gom here, not your power, my power. My power. So here it's for possession. O gar theta gom, let me say it again. O epsilon is what? Gar, the reason for the question. Te is. Ta gom, my. Ta is my. Gom, power. So the proper translation should be, what is the reason to use my power? What is the reason to use my power? Or what is my power? Here it is what we call a question of denial. I guess we can apply that question on the group of people who were watching Goliath, who came out as a Palestinian attacker and asked for someone from the Jews to come and fight with him. And everybody got afraid. So everybody will say that sentence, O har te tagom. What is my power so I can go fight this person? This question of denial means that I am unable to fight that big, huge person. Except our father David, who was courageous enough and full of faith, he came to Goliath and said to him, you come to me with a sword and other instruments, and I come to you with the power of the Lord. He was more faithful, and he could win the war with just few stones in his bag. So you understand now the meaning of that question. Next one. O te tekiopi. O means what? Te, again, is verb to be for feminine. That means the word yopi is feminine. So te is, the word is. Tek, your. We got the possessive articles before in a table, and we revise them every time we have a chance. Tek means yours, and we start with stuff since the word yopi is feminine. If the word after is masculine, we'll say pek with the people. If it is plural, we say neck, ni, Nancy. Here we say tek, T or taf, Tom, your, yopi, yota, o, p, ita. Yopi here means art or handmade craft or decoration, which means that I'm not asking about his job as a job. I'm asking what he is smart and very good in his profession. So in the Coptic, it is more expressive and more clear. I'm asking someone in an interview where I may hire him in my business if I have a business. I will say, O te tekiopi, what is the job you can do very well, and you can do it with an art and do it with a very good job. You see? So, O epsilon what? Te is, tek, your, yopi, job in the meaning of the artistic job you can perform. Next question. O, ne, nai, osh, evol. Here I used verb to be in the plural. O means what? Ne means verb to be for plural, masculine and singular, or feminine and singular. So ne is a plural. Covers both males and females. O ne, what are? So ne here means are. Nai is a possessive article, your. Your. Or it can be a demonstrative article, you see? If I put na without iota, that is possessive article. If I put nai, the whole word, that is demonstrative article, means these. These. You see the difference is one letter here. Na alone is our. Nai is these. Again. Na alone, ne alpha is our. Males or females. Nai is these or those. Osh. So you say nai osh. Long o, shy means cry or talk. The word osh actually means talk. But what make it cry is the word after, evol. A with the jinkim is for the object, the one we are asking about, saying what are. Vol, vita, o, lola, and here the vita is V, since it is a Coptic word, and in the Coptic language, the vita is always V, Victor, in the beginning or in the middle of the word, and it's always B, like boy, at the end of the word. In Greek origin words, it's always B, like boy. Here, vita, o lola, that's a verb that means to vanish, disappear, disintegrate, break down, or go out. Here it means coming out, or too loud or something. So, o ne nai osh evol means what are these words coming from you, from whoever group of people. We took that as a kind of denial question. Again, means we are not happy with the way these people are crying. So the expression in English, what are these cries? In Arabic, it means what are these bad words? The word vol coming out means it is not in the limit of authenticity or the limit of respect, etc. I mean the borders of authenticity or respect. Other question, o ne ne he te et la am. O what? Ne, verb to be for plural males and females. Ne here demonstrative article. These or those. So it's not ne can be here in the meaning of those. Nai meaning of those. It's the same. But here maybe they are talking about female articles, maybe. He te, huri. This is like huri. It's reversed S shaped, but it is always H. He, hu. O iota is pronounced like A. Taf, and the A here, it looks like E in English. It's pronounced like A in French. He te means close. Since the article here is for plural, then hete is plural close, many close. Et, that. Et, alpha taf, is a general word in Coptic language, which means all kind of this or that or those or etc. It can cover any of them. If you want to make it specific, would say viet or thiet, and that will come later. But here, it means any, that, or this. La, lola, alpha means a lot. I give that word in the word fala, fel, fa, la, fel means a lot of beans, la, fel. Or when I say la, hop, he, la, hop, hop means work, la, hop means a lot. So the word la means a lot. Alpha with the jinkim may means tears or torn parts. O ne he te et la am. What are those rotten clothes? Here he put it as rotten. And the exact meaning is, what are those clothes full of tears and damages? These are the two more questions and will be done today. O eroi, that's a new expression I want to teach you. O means what? A jenkim, the subject, the object we are talking about. Roy, to me. Yota here is me, Roy, to me. I gave you that prefix before in a table, but I'll revise it to you. Roy to me. Rok with the kabba to you for masculine singular. Ro without personal pronoun to you feminine singular. Rof with the fay to him. Ros with the sima to her. Ron with the nay, Nancy, to us. Rotain, and we use here the long O, to you as a group of males and females. Ro'u, O epsilon, and we use long O before that, to them, males and females. You see? So, O eroi, what is it to me? P, verb to be for masculine singular. A with the jinkim, the subject or the object we are talking about. T, taf, eta, iota, send, verb. This three letter is a verb. Send, S-E-N-D like in David, send. We get fooled if we try to read it as English and say C. No, it is T because the eta here is double E, not an H. C is a wrong pronunciation then. It's T means to send. Kabba, you. That's a second person masculine singular. A jenkim is the object we are talking about where we are sending you. T, that is the for definitive article for females. And zip, alpha, nay, zeta, eta, vita. And zip, I explained to you in the first lecture when I told you that that the word zeta, sorry, not in the first lecture actually, it is in the lecture about the letter zeta, which is lecture number number 11, maybe number 9. So I told you that any word in Coptic language that contains zeta is considered Greek origin word except one word, anzib. That's the only Coptic word that has zeta in it. Anzib. And here the vita is pronounced like B because it is in the end of the word, as I told you before. So, O epsilon, what? Eroi, would I benefit? What would it to me? P is not mentioned here. Etik, if I send you, etik, sending you. Actually, it is put like in the object and the verb after, so it's like sending you. Kappa is you. To school. A, T, and Z, the school. A here means is the object. So what will benefit me if I send you to school? You see here, I put the pronouns in green. Kappa, you. Iota here should be in green also. It means me. Roy. You see? So, O is what? Eroi, would to me. P is, it's not mentioned. Etik, if I send you. AT and Z to the school. Last question is a question which may be meant to be a denial question again. O means what again? Or here he says who. So it means what or who. Eroi, I am. Anok, pay, I am. So pay here is am. Anok, I gave you the word Anok before. When I say Anok means you for masculine singular, Anon for us, Anotein for you as plural, Anou for plural as third group, them. Where we changed it a little bit for other pronouns. We'll discuss it again in the future, and I believe we gave it to you before. O eroi Anok, who I am, to be, colon, that I can stop, colon here cover all this, that I can stop. M with the Jenkim is the possessive article, one of the three possessive articles. I told you that we have possessive articles and possessive adjectives. The possessive articles are the nei jenkim, may jenkim, or ente, nei with the jenkim taf a. May jenkim and nei jenkim are connected to the word described after. Ente is separate. We can replace this and put ente, but it will be separate from the word after. Here, I have used May Jenkim because the word starts with one of the 6 labial letters. And when I say labial, from lip, means the words I use my lips to describe. I put them in green here so you can remember them. Vita, May, P, Epsi, Fei, Fai. Again. Vita, May, P like Paul, Epsi with the P like Paul bar again, Fei, Fai. If any one of these words come here to replace the P, I have to use May Jenkim instead of the Nei Jenkim. Just watch that. Okay? Pef means his. And here, what make it his is the Fai. That's the third personal pronoun for masculine singular. The word Owe Sahni actually is 2 words. Owe means preferred. Preferred by me. Something I prefer. It doesn't have to be correct. When I say Owe, it doesn't mean that that decision or that thing I like is correct. It can be just my opinion. Sahne means opinion or agreement or decision. Again, Sahne, Sima, Alpha, Huri, Nei, E. Sahne means decision, agreement, or opinion. So, O Epsilon, what? Who, what, or who? Eroi, me, to be, am. I am. Colon, that I can stop. Here, all these 4 words in one word here, colon. Mpef owe sahne, his decision for which he is comfortable. Here, the expression in Coptic is much more detailed and much more deep and much more expressive than in English or in Arabic. If I want to translate it correct, I will say, who I am that I can stop him from his preferred decision. You see? We can say that sentence or that question on the tongue of Pilate. You know the Pilate? When they took Jesus to be crucified, they asked the king named Pilate, Pilatus, saying to him, crucify him. He said he didn't do anything wrong. He said, no, crucify him. He said, who I am. So here he's trying to describe his opinion. Who I am, that I can prevent your preferred decision. It doesn't mean that he's saying your decision is correct, because it was wrong. But it is your decision who all of you agreed for, even if it is wrong. who I am that I can fight you? That question actually is a denial question, but it is wrong. Since Pilate was the ruler, he had the power to crucify Jesus or not to crucify him. So saying that to the archpriest of the Jews, that who I am, that I can stop your preferred decision, is a wrong statement actually, since he has the power as a ruler to do whatever is correct. And that's why his judgment in front of the Lord is definitely negative judgment. So, O Epsilon, who, eroi, anok be, I am, calling that I can stop his preferred decision. That's a proper translation. With this, I finish my lecture today about the O Epsilon. And next lecture, number 18, I'll discuss to you the letter P, which looks like a table. Until I see you then, I hope for you good health and happiness. And I hope you can spread the knowledge about these Coptic term words and sentences to every Copt and every person who is interested in learning the Coptic language and understanding our prayers and our liturgy. Lord bless all of you, and until I see you, goodbye.